Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Stoney Love Morning Show. And I believe it's Hump Day, it's Wednesday, and we made it through. Yes, or we're making it through. Yay. So, good morning. I hope that you are having a fabulous and wonderful morning, and thank you once again for joining me. Whenever you're seeing this video, please like it. Yes, please like and share. And we thank you so much for the support here at the Stoney Love Morning Show and Clark TV Network and 108 Praise. So I hope you enjoy the show this morning. I want to leave you with this thought this morning: positive energy. Yes, your energy is so very important. Learn how to develop powerful thinking so you can cut out the negativity and have a powerful life. Now, I know you remember that on Monday I had the wonderful Glow with that she was with us. She's with the Atlanta. Oh God,
Cowgirls.
yes.
How could you forget that?
I know. I
See,
don't
you
have on
forgot. You
my.
leave your hat on
I don't
today.
have my hat.
You have. See, it's magical when you put
Yes,
that hat on.
yes, yes, the Atlanta Cowgirls, and she's with the 404 Powerhouse ATL, and that if you want to know what that is where she does entertainment and promotion for other artists. So if you're an artist and you really have talent and you can sing, make sure you reach out to her and submit your material to see how she may be beneficial to you because she has great talent that she has that she's recruiting. So today we're gonna have Vincent Gray, the music entertainer, and that is also one of her recruits. Is that the right word I'm saying? Recruiting?
Well, no, and not recruiting.
No. Okay.
No, just you can just say that one an artist that I'm working with. We work together.
Okay.
Well, I'm working with him. Let's just
Oh,
say
okay.
that. Because I believe in making sure that the artist is out front. So
Yes.
he's working with me, but I'm working with him.
And let me turn around a little bit. Hold on. Let me get situated here. Okay. Y'all know I'm a little country and I don't, I'm just me. So y'all just sit back and enjoy. Y'all at home, y'all got y'all coffee and y'all water. You're supposed to drink your water and mind your business. So I hope y'all got your water this morning. And I'm trying to live a better and healthy life. Y'all keep me motivated, and I'm going to do the same for you. If you're not on the same wavelength that I'm on, then you can dismiss yourself. So I'm just, no, seriously,
I
because
know.
I try to surround myself. I've been knowing you for a few years, and ever since I've met you, you've always been a positive influence in my
Thank you.
life.
Thank
And
you.
so I try to surround myself with people such as yourself and people who are taking me and say, hey, Stoney, you're going the wrong way. Turn around. Focus this way. Go that way. And you've always done that for me. And even though sometimes we may not be in touch, it may be a month or two, we pick up right where we left off, like the story never ended.
Right.
So these are the type of people that I am surrounding myself with as I grow because I'm still growing and I'm still going. And so are you. But I just thank you a lot because, you have been a great motivator
Thank
and you
you.
have been someone in my corner. And I just want people to know that. And I want to
Thank you.
say thank
I
you.
appreciate it. Thank you.
Yes, very much so. Now, also, you are you're a professional educator.
Yes.
Did I say that correctly?
Yes, you did say that correctly.
Okay, because I'm a little off today. Okay. Now, and when we were talking on Monday, I want to kind of leave off where
Yes.
we left off on Monday. We were talking about guns in the school, mental health, and you deal with um, children that are special education, is what they would call it. Now, I know that there are like tests that they go through to show if these children are special education. So if I have a kid and he's acting out at home, he's acting out at school, he's not learning, what test would I ask the school for to possibly show me that my child needs special education?
Special education. Special education is it's pretty broad. There are a lot of different categories that fall up under that.
Hmm.
So it's actually special needs. So we have students who have special needs,
Okay.
and they test in two. the program. So what happens is if most parents know when there's something that may be going on with their child. So when they enter into public education, you as a parent would want to bring that to the attention of the administrators or the special education department. Now, if your child or if your student is already in the system, public education, let's just say he or she is in the first grade or something, maybe second grade, even third grade, and we begin to see there's something that might be that needs to be addressed.
Okay.
So we will start out just going through what we call like it's sort of like we have to evaluate, but we're not evaluating. We're paying attention to what's going on. You there's a process, and throughout that process is where it's determined there may be some um, some sort of disability that's
Mm.
there.
Okay.
There's a disability that's there. And it's response to intervention. That whole process is response to intervention. There's different phases or different stages of it. And the first stage is simply good teaching.
Okay.
A lot of students, it all boils down to good teaching. So you have to put those strategies in place. And if those strategies are not working,
Hmm.
and I'm saying this because it's a long process. A lot of people think that it's like, it used to be short, where you just test into the program and that's it. Now it's the response to intervention.
Okay.
And the first phase is good teaching.
Oh.
And if that doesn't work with those strategies, and then you go on to the second phase of it, and at some point, with the permission of the parent or of you as being the parent, if you're
Hmm.
the parent, um, you'll have that evaluation and see if you test into the program.
Is autism and ADHD the same thing?
Autism and ADHD is not the same
Uh,
thing. However, an autistic student may have be considered a student with the
learning.
ADHD.
Oh.
Yeah. So a lot of students have multiple things that's going on with them. Some you may fall into one category, and then there's others that may have two or three different things going on with them.
Really?
Yes.
Okay, I thought that I'm glad you answered that question because I always thought that those two fall under the same category, but I see that they do not. Wow. Now, when you have these children that are special needs kids, but they are, I see this a lot as they get older, become older, and they are in high school. They don't like to be pulled out of class
No.
because they're like, all my friends are saying that I'm dumb and I'm stupid. And that's not true. You just need a little bit more slower pace than the other classroom.
Right.
How do you convince those high school students that it's okay to go to special education class?
It's really hard to convince high school
Oh,
students. So how I address high school students, if you are that type of student who don't want to be pulled out, well, you should probably conduct yourself in a different manner. Like you
mm,
can't go into the classroom and start acting out and being a distraction to the learning environment,
mm-hmm,
causing problems, that type of stuff. So if you don't want to be pulled out, then you have to conduct yourself as any other student in the classroom because that's the goal. The goal is
right,
not to separate the students.
okay.
We want to include, it's inclusion. But if you have some behavior problems or some other things that's going on there, you may end up being pulled out into a different class.
So you primarily teach elementary school?
Both. I've done
Oh,
both in the past. I've been on the elementary level,
okay.
middle school level, high school level, specialized in middle
Oh,
school, and that's the most challenging
middle
because
school.
their hormones are a little bit different. But I've done all. I've been on all levels,
Mm,
and then on top of that, I've taught college courses, and I was responsible. The federal government, um, it's mandatory that educators have to take a certain amount of hours in order to keep their certification in special education. And I was that instructor or
okay.
professor
Wow.
who actually taught those courses on a college level. So I've seen it on both sides.
Mm. So that's why that's how you have a lot of patience with your artists as well.
Yes,
And people, I see how, in general, how patient you are just because of the children.
right.
It's there.
Yes.
Now, when you are working with parents, I know we're the most difficult. And you're explaining to me that Jimmy, I'm going to just use that for,
Hmm.
and if there's a Jimmy, I'm sorry. um, m- if Jimmy is just acting out
Yeah.
and he's not listening, and I'm telling you, no, Jimmy is a good kid. You don't like my kid, Miss Glow. You just don't like him. How do you deal with me as an irate parent who just won't listen? How do you get me to understand?
The
There's
best
no video camera. There's nothing to tell me that Jimmy is doing all this stuff that you're saying he's did. And he comes home screaming, Miss Glow don't like me. She never lets me talk. She never lets me finish. Have you ever had that before?
Well, fortunately, I have not had to really deal with that.
Okay.
I have had colleagues, coworkers who have,
Okay.
because going into the classroom, I know to establish the relationship with the parent first.
Mm,
That's the most important thing. I always have really good relationships with the parents,
okay.
and once you, and that's easy for me because I respect the parent and I know that this is your child, so I embrace your child as if it's my child, and I know how important education is. I know how difficult it is being a mother and all the things that come with that. And most parents don't have the time to worry about what's going on in the classroom. So just to say, I experienced a parent like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like maybe early in the career, sometimes parents may misunderstand my approach to
Okay.
teaching and learning. So we have to pan that out. I don't move any further until me and the parent and I are on the same page.
Got you.
I recommend, and I will tell any teacher, any educator, the relationship with the parents is mandatory. It's a must. And once you get the parent on board, then you have your student, and then you get to know the student, and you bring all of that together. Because no child is bad. I don't see
Mm.
any child as being bad. None.
So when they label them, you bad, you trouble, you're never gonna be anything.
Never.
And the
Yeah.
kids, when they're older, they start to accept because people have spoken that over their
Right.
lives, and you
That's
know,
just that's just something that I mean, professional educators when for me it's a calling.
oh yeah,
And I know that it's my calling. It's a gift. It
yes,
comes natural. So when go into the classroom, I don't even see myself, although I'm a formal, have all the formal education, the masters in special ed and the specialists in ed leadership and a specialist in education and sociology. I have all these degrees, but that's not really what make you a good
oh,
teacher or
right.
a good educator.
And I heard you earlier say good teacher. Now I know that we had in Georgia the No Child Left Behind.
Mm-hmm.
Were you a part of that with the schools?
Yes.
Okay, because I know I live in Cobb County, and that was about 12 years ago,
Mm-hmm.
13 years ago. I don't know if they still do that today, but my children were in one of those schools where they had the opportunity to go to another school,
Mm-hmm.
and it helped them tremendously. But however, the teachings that they received at their local county level wasn't as good as they received as they were going into the more rural area. And that's the same thing that has happened, I would say, when I was a kid. When they was, would you call it desegregation? Is that what you would call it? From back in the day, when we were allowed to go to other schools and then we were able to receive the education, but the teaching was different than, because I went to both. I was
Mm-hmm.
one of those children that was, I was a Jimmy.
Really?
Yes, I was.
What?
In about the third grade
Mm-hmm.
because um, I was picked on a lot as I was bullied as a child.
Mm-hmm.
So by the third grade, I became the bully. Yes. So when they called my mom and they told her, Christina is acting out and she's pushing people and she's punching people. Oh no, that's not my child. She's a good child. I just put her on the bus and da 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 da.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, no, she's just bust this boy's lip. I need you here tomorrow.
Right.
So my mother is like, oh, did you bust that boy's lip? I said, I sure did. I'm tired of them pulling on my clothes. I'm tired of them taking my egg and bacon sandwich.
Hmm.
And they making me stand up on the bus, Mom. She was like, whoa, that was a lie. She didn't know that. But I carried that weight. So I was a Jimmy
Right.
and she was a parent. But I eventually, as I went to school, I was able to go to a predominantly white school. And so a lot of people think that when I speak that I'm from New York, but I'm a Grady baby. But that education that I received through all of those years, and then when I got kicked out of my predominantly white school, the good teaching,
Right.
I was sent to my neighborhood school, and the teachers weren't so nice, and they didn't let me talk. They didn't let me speak, and I was bullied there too. But I was bullied there by the teacher and the students because they said, "Oh, well, you're from Sarah Smith Elementary School, and you know where that is today. That's up near Phipps Plaza. So you're from Sarah Smith Elementary School, and you're coming here for a semester because you were bad. You get to say nothing." So I understand. I've been that kid. I've been that Jimmy, and then have to go back because my time is up in the bad school to go
Hmm.
back to the good teaching.
Hmm.
I have to go back now because I'm a magnet student. So my place is there. So how do you deal with a child who is again the Jimmy who says she doesn't like me, the students doesn't like me, but there's no proof of that. But they really don't like them because they've been bullied.
Right.
And how do you deal with a child being bullied in school and they're trying to tell you, Miss Glow, I can't get in line. They won't let me go next. They won't let me use the computer. But you're not really seeing this, but you hear something, but you don't really see it. But there it is, it's Jimmy
Right.
again. And then he acts out and he punched somebody.
Right.
But that's all you see is Jimmy just knocked him out.
Well, you have a lot of educators who is not paying attention. See,
Ah,
I always pay attention to my. If I have like 24 to 20 to 30 students, I'm paying attention to those
mm-hmm,
students. But the way that I set up my classroom, I have the students hold each other accountable
mm-hmm.
for their behavior. So I have 24 what times two eyes that's paying attention to everything.
Gotcha.
I'm observing. That's number one. You have to know your students. You have to know the behaviors. You have to know the everything about them. You have to know how they react, how they respond. There's a lot. So if there's some bullying that's going on in the classroom, the teacher is not paying attention.
Gotcha.
And I'm one of those educators. I call it how I see it. I never have those problems because I'm constantly paying attention to my
So
students.
you're the good teacher.
Yes, and good teacher and good teaching is everywhere because I've been in schools that are not so good, and I've
Right.
been in schools that would be considered of schools. However, I've seen both. Like you
Right.
have some very kind teachers in both settings that who knows what he or she is doing, and then you have some teachers who don't care. You have all these things going on, so that's why it goes down to the classroom. It's
Right.
not really the school so much, um, because I've been in some real tough schools where
Mm.
there was some crazy stuff going on, but when they step into my classroom, you could be that person outside of my classroom and you can be that person when you're home, but when you step inside of this door, it's a different ball game.
Do you ever think you will go for a principal status?
I've had the opportunity several
I
times.
could see you doing that.
And I've been in administration before,
Okay.
so I've had opportunities to be a principal. I've launched a charter school before,
Oh,
and so there's opportunities, but I'm more. I made a decision after I went into administration. I made a decision to go back into the classroom because there's a need in the classroom
okay.
as well. Administrators usually don't want to go back into the classroom,
Mm.
but it's my
But we need more
calling.
good teachers.
Yes, you need the teachers that really truly care about children, care
Mm.
about not just the education of children, but care about children. And if you care about the child, that means you would have to care about the child's mom or the child's dad.
That's
Like I
true.
don't see it as just coming to school and teaching. I
Right.
see it
And getting a
as
paycheck.
and just getting a paycheck.
Right.
So my experience, and I started out with that going into education,
Okay.
is to make sure that I'm that mentor. I'm that person that is taking care of your child for the next 6 hours. So yeah, you had that before where it's like that's not my child. My child doesn't do that. That's an easy fix. I'm like, I'm
Hmm.
with your child.
Right.
I'm with your child
Most of the
most of the
day.
day. So your
Right.
child might act a little bit different
Right.
than he or she would act in your presence. So let's just sit down and talk about it.
Exactly.
We have conversations.
Exactly.
Yeah, you can't just dismiss the parent. You can't dismiss any of it. It's a partnership.
And I want to kind of derive into the 404 Powerhouse ATL.
Hmm.
Um, this is something that you have created for artists. And what are some of the requirements if I would like to be a part or a partner? I hope I'm choosing the right word of 404, Powerhouse. What were some of the qualifications that I would need to be a part of it?
To work with me with 404.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you definitely have some experience under your belt. I've worked with artists who were just starting out. I mean, literally, they were just starting out. But I moved into more seasoned. You have to have already invested in yourself.
Okay.
You have to have already you have your tracks, you have your packages together. You pretty much have it together. You're really ready for the next phase.
Mm.
You're ready for the next phase. There may be some grooming, a little, different things here and there, but you are pretty much ready to be signed with someone.
Okay.
And that's for Powerhouse. That's pretty much it. I mean, those are only qualifications. You just have to already be that celebrity that you want to be. You have to already be that person. You have to already be in that spirit of
Okay.
being an entertainer. You have to be very confident. You have to, if you have questions, we'll answer the questions for you. And I
Hmm.
do work with Cal Dawson
Okay.
management
Yes.
team.
Okay. Well, shout out to
And
Cal Dawson.
shout out to Cal Dawson. He's helped me a lot
Okay.
with the management side of it and the
Now, am I ever going to
consultation.
get to interview Mr. Cal
Of course
Dawson?
you will. Of course you would definitely interview. You definitely. He has a lot of great things going on.
That's
A
good.
lot of great things going on.
Okay.
So I work with him,
All right.
and he works with a lot of more of the major artists. So when I have so many artists that's
Mm-hmm.
coming in and emailing me and inboxing me, they send me their music, and I can
Mm.
tell in the first like 2 minutes whether it's a hit because we're looking for hits. Like we're not looking for, we're not, there's so many
Looking for
artists out there,
talent,
so many
right?
artists out there. It's like,
Yes.
but what makes you stand out? And
Yes.
we can work with you. You pretty much have to be there, and we have to hear it. We have to hear that hit. And I can tell you that Vincent Gray.
I could look at
Let me
Vincent
tell you,
Gray.
if there's another artist that's about to come on the scene,
Yeah.
it's Vincent Gray. And so we need Vincent Grays.
Yes. We need some more Vincent
We need some
Grays.
Vincent Grays. We're looking for Vincent Grays. So make sure you follow him on his social media and you'll see what type of talent that we truly are looking for. It's the Vincent Grays.
All
Um,
right.
so that's a great example.
And how can people get in touch with you with their CDs and their music and photos to show you that they're the next star?
I'm on Facebook, Glow Dawson. So you just go to Facebook, Glow Dawson, and you can message me, send me everything you need. I'm there pretty much constantly. I'm checking my messages throughout the day. So just come and let's see what you have. But you definitely, most certainly have to be very talented because the first thing I'm going to ask is what's your hit? What do you
Mm.
think your hit is? And the artists, of course, they send me what they think is their hit, and it's not a hit.
It's never
It's
okay.
and then
Some
I'm
of them are.
thinking, well, it's probably not going to be a hit sometimes. And then when I see that, I'm like, okay, they may need some development
Okay.
because their mindset is thinking, because of course it's your music.
Yes.
You think every song is a hit.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, look at other artists. They don't
Yes.
have like, well, some like Prince or somebody,
Right.
Michael Jackson. Like like most
Right.
of the songs are hits, but just starting out, I say, send me your hit. What do you think your hit is? And that gives me an idea of where that artist's mindset is.
Gotcha.
Yes, but it's real
Wow.
simple. It's real easy.
Well, I'm excited. I am definitely excited to hear Vincent Gray.
Oh yeah.
He's up next.
Yes.
And I want to say thank you again for coming to the Stoney Love Morning Show, sharing some insight about education.
Yes.
It's so much we can go on, and I need to have you once a week about
You know
education.
what? And let me tell you this. Let me tell you this. This is how right quick.
Okay.
I get a lot of boys. Over the years, I end up with boys. And for whatever reason, they listen to me. Once they go outside of that classroom, it's a different story.
Right.
But they listen to me. A lot of them want to become recording artists. They want to get into the
The
music
music
industry.
industry,
They want to
yes.
get into the music industry. So with 404 Powerhouse, when I started out,
Hmm.
I definitely wanted to provide a platform for those boys that was safe, like so they wouldn't end up with someone who would take advantage of them.
Exactly.
They needed the accommodations, and that's what it's about: accommodations in education, accommodations in the music industry, and just making sure you're taking care of people because it's their career. They believe in it, they're very
Exactly.
passionate. So I
Wow.
just wanted to add that being a classroom teacher, I see a lot of boys and girls, but mostly young men. They want to go into that industry,
Well,
and
we definitely are gonna have to continue
yes,
this conversation because it doesn't just stop
no, it doesn't.
right here in the classroom. You know, it's the summertime. We have children out here just running wild.
Yes,
Parents don't know what to do with them. And we here at the Stoney Love Morning Show would like to get tips from educators such as yourself on how to handle these children during the summertime. So I hope to see you next week.
yes, ma'am.
So
I enjoy it
I'm
totally.
inviting you back next week so we can have our segment about what to do with these children
Yes.
during the summertime. We'll be back, you guys, and Vincent Gray will be joining us. So I hope you're ready.
diabetes prevention program. You can make healthy changes with support from this proven program. Get started now at joinaprogram.org. Do you have prediabetes? If you do, you're not alone. 1 in 3 American adults has prediabetes, and more than 80% don't know they have it. Prediabetes is a serious medical condition that puts you at high risk for type 2 diabetes. But now, North Carolina residents with prediabetes can enroll in a free or low-cost national diabetes prevention program. You can make healthy changes with support from this proven program. Get started now at joinaprogram.org.
Good morning and welcome back to the Stoney Love Morning Show. Thank you all for waiting. And I would like to introduce Vincent Gray. How are you this morning,
I'm
sir?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm doing wonderful. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm so delighted. And you got your guitar.
Yeah.
When I saw you walk in with that guitar, I was like, ooh, he can sing, y'all. Because, people just don't be walking around with that. They ain't capping it like that, and can't do nothing with it. That's like walking around with a gun and can't shoot it. People not doing that. They going to leave it in the box at home because they don't know what to do with it.
That's true.
So I knew I knew you could do it. Now, are you more R&B, soul? What is your genre of music?
Sometimes I wish I could say no genre because I do a little bit of everything.
Okay.
But if I root it, it would be R&B soul. Mhm.
Wow. Y'all know, and I ain't know the Bible said be anxious for nothing,
Mhm.
but I'm anxious to hear you say. I'm sorry. I wasn't trying to rush through the other interview and everything,
Uh-huh.
but I'm telling you, like, just to see you, and I know you have something beautiful in your soul.
Yeah.
What has inspired you do you write your music?
Yes, I've been writing for over 25 years.
So have you had the pleasure of writing for other artists?
Not yet. I've won. I have a very interesting history. I've won every contest I enter. I win. I just have not made it to that big level.
Oh,
It started off. Kind of take you down
go
memory lane.
ahead, come on.
started off
Yes.
on a
This
dirt.
show
Started off on a
moment.
dirt road.
Okay.
In a little small town in Alabama,
What part
uh,
of Alabama may I ask?
near Mobile. It's called Baymanet. So you never heard of it.
No.
Okay. All right. But I started off there with a group that I created called the Fragile Five. And we started off, idolizing. I ain't gonna say idolizing, but looking up the new edition. And
Yes.
we would stand out there, and people would come down there. They thought it was a real radio playing,
Hmm.
and it would be us out there singing in harmony. And then I had cousins that played saxophone, brothers played trombone, and then I played the trumpet. So we had a little band. Then they had the music maestro. Then I formed another group called the Radical COP. So my dad played all kind of music in the house. My favorite is Marvin Gaye. They say R. Kelly's the king of soul, but technically they don't give Marvin Gaye his props. In my
They
opinion.
really
If he was
don't.
still living, my God.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
he was still he would definitely
yeah,
outblow
yeah,
R. Kelly, and
yeah,
I
yeah.
do love R. Kelly
Hmm.
in spite of, and may God bless him
Yeah,
through all of his trying time.
yeah,
But he's still a legend.
yeah,
They
yeah.
can take everything else, but
That's
they
right.
can't take that.
Yeah, yeah.
Now, with Marvin Gaye being the person that you looked up to, have you ever sang live any of his music?
Not yet. I'm thinking about doing a cover for "I Want You." I love that song, or "Let's Get It On." But I really like "I Want You." I really like all of his conscious music.
So
But
you may be doing some remakes of those.
yeah, I would love to. Yeah, yeah,
Oh
that's what I'm
wow,
doing right
that would
now.
be so beautiful
Yeah,
because no one has done it yet.
yeah, yeah.
Of
Hmm.
all the artists, I've heard so many of the artists who have gone on before. have some of their songs remade by upcoming artists,
Mm-hmm.
and they've done well. But Marvin Gaye, and I love Charlie,
Mm-hmm.
but um, it still doesn't. Yeah, we
Mm-hmm.
haven't had.
Yeah. He was so diverse. He had his love songs and he had conscious songs, and
Yes,
the brother to me was very well balanced. I know he had some issues, but he was very well balanced when it
and
came
we
to
all
music.
do.
Yeah, we
We
all
all
do.
and we all
Yeah,
work in progress as we are
that's right.
today.
That's
But
right.
as long as we're walking with God
Yes.
and we're asking Him each day to guide us
Mm-hmm.
and to continue to mold us the way He wants us to be,
Exactly.
those issues will start to dissipate.
That's right.
So I don't worry about what people
Mm-hmm.
say about
Yeah.
me.
Mm-hmm. Right.
They
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
and that them
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
not my
Yeah.
problems
That's right.
because we're all trying.
Yeah. It's the issues that help us in our creativity process. So we step on them like going up steps. Oh, I got this problem. I create grace to this beat in the midst of all of it. I'm not here to preach, but I'm good.
I know.
Mhm.
Do you? Is there a particular moment that drives you to start writing?
Yeah, I can pretty much like songs come to me. So I've had songs in dreams. I've had songs when I'm driving. I've had
Mm.
songs when I'm at work. I was at a club a few weeks, well, a couple of months ago, and music was playing, and all of a sudden, I was inspired by what the artist was doing on stage. That the tune comes to me, I get the humming, and then the words begin to flow.
Yes.
Then I get my phone and I have to record it quickly,
Oh
or I
wow.
lose it. Yeah, I'll lose it. But I've written some stuff. I got a lot of stuff that hadn't even been recorded yet. I probably have over 150 songs written
Wow,
from
that's a
gospel to
lot.
R&B. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, today, is it okay if I ask you to share like little snippets of?
A
Can I
little
get a
something.
snippets? Yeah. Can I get a little snippet of Marvin?
And then when people are sad, and I think about a song I wrote here called "I Just Want to Be Happy."
Yes.
Happy people, hard to find. Some say happiness, just a state of mind. Growing up as a little boy, we played and smiled. Now we all grown up, we just cuss and frown. Was it a bad relationship? Upset about an argument? Not pleased with the president? Man, it's just politics. Always complaining with an upside down smile. If I was you, homeboy, I'd go find that child. I just wanna be happy. I just wanna be happy. I know a homeless man lives beneath the bridge. I know some single moms ain't got no food in their fridge. I know a wealthy man who has everything. We don't talk that much, cause all they do is complain. Was it a bad relationship? Upset about an argument? Not pleased with the president? Man, that's just politics. Always complaining with an upside down smile. If I was you, homeboy, oh girl, I'd go find that child. I wanna see you smile. I wanna see you smile. Better smile. I wanna see you smile. I wanna be happy. Yeah.
And this is my new single I'm coming out with. I'm gonna have the actual cowgirls who you just interviewed
Yes.
to be a part of this video. We're gonna get a little sexy here. Is that okay?
Oh, come on.
All right. It's called Shawty Wanna Ride.
Shawty wanna ride. Shawty wanna ride. Shawty wanna ride. I don't drive a Maybach. I don't drive a Cadillac. And I don't get down like that. But Uber or Lyft, girl, I got your back. And I don't ride a limousine. Don't drive a Mercedes. I drive a hoopty. Still attract all the ladies. I'm all about pleasing your girl. Wanna ride? Come get inside. Let's take a trip around the world. Shawty wanna ride with me? I usually charge a fee. You got it? Girl, you can ride for free. Treat you like my celebrity. Say you like fine dining. We can do some linguine. Maybe some lemon pepper wings, a side of fries or onion rings. Say you wanna be healthy. We can do a green smoothie. Got plenty of berries and cherries. Oh no, girl, I don't do dairy. I'm all about pleasing your girl, yeah. Wanna ride? Come get inside. Let's take a trip around the world. Shawty wanna ride with me? I usually charge a fee. Girl, you can ride for free. Treat you like my celebrity. Ride with me, girl, ride with me, shawty. Ride with me, girl, ride with me, shawty. Ride with me, girl, ride with me, shawty. One day let it try. One day I let it try. Shawty wanna ride with me? I usually charge a fee. God, you can ride for free. Treat you like my celebrity. Ride.
My God. Woo. I'm going to change your name to Vincent the Great. I'm trying to tell you. My goodness. That was beautiful. You blessed us. Oh, wow. That first song.
And I didn't even mean to do that one. I meant to do another one that just came, so it must have been
Oh,
there
no.
for the
That was all of them were beautiful.
Yeah, thank you.
You are talented.
Thank you.
Oh, I hope they call me when they sign you. Because somebody getting ready to.
Appreciate
You are definitely, I can hear a little bit of Anthony in there, and I can hear a little bit of soul.
Yeah.
Oh, I can hear a little
I
bit
get
of
life
country.
Genesis a lot. Yeah.
I hear life. Oh, I hear a little country.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, my God. But that last song right there, I'm feeling that.
Yeah,
And I'm at Atlanta Cowgirls, too. I just
okay.
didn't wear my hat
Okay,
today.
okay,
Yeah.
cool.
So y'all better
you
call
part
me
of the
for video.
Come on out. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Now tell everybody where they can get in touch with you to hear your music. Because that's the latest single, correct?
It should be dropping sometime in July, that one. But you can find me on Facebook, Vincent Gray, or The Music Entertainment. And that music means making, MUSIC, making universal sounds incognito. I also have a YouTube channel, Vincent Gray, where I have probably 8 videos, professional videos on there.
And make sure you guys subscribe. And today we're going to bless you
Yeah.
with one of those videos.
Yeah, I did a song called She Like It, I Love It, who has some internet comedians on there, celebrities called Terry and Melissa from Alabama. They're really funny. They have a couple.
Oh, I know them.
Yeah,
Oh my God, they're so funny.
Yeah, good
I
friends
am
of mine.
subscribed to their channel.
Awesome.
What have they been up to?
They've been working. They've been moving. I think they've been down in Mississippi and different areas of Florida.
they're
doing things.
funny.
Yeah. So I met him online, and he came and stayed a night with me, shot the video, and it's funny. It's funny.
Well, I
They're
gotta
funny.
check it out.
Yeah. So you can find me there. I have a lot of. If you check out that page, you'll see some things. I've actually won an award. I did a song. I wrote a lot of this stuff during the pandemic. Like
Yes.
I have a song called "Strong Black Woman," is with a book called, and then I have a song called "Black Man" that actually won a contest with the University of Kentucky last year. So,
Wow, that's beautiful.
So some things happening. Yeah.
And things are happening.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. Well, I just want to say thank you, Vincent Gray.
Thank you.
For coming out, blessing us with the song. I hope that the producer has your song ready, because as we get ready to close out for today, we want to bless everyone with your music.
Yes.
And again, we want to thank Glow from 404 Powerhouse ATL and Atlanta Cowgirls for joining us today. We want to thank Vincent Gray for joining us and blessing us with music. And we want to thank Clark TV for allowing us to broadcast right here in their studio and 108 Praise. If you would like to be on the Stoney Love Show, please email me at stonyloveatl@gmail.com. If you would like to be a sponsor for the Stoney Love Show and Clark TV Network, please also email either clarktvnetwork.com, clarktvnetwork@gmail.com, and or stonyloveatl@gmail.com. And this has been the Stoney Love Morning Show, and I will see you in the morning.